My name's Alfred Pennyworth, by the way.
How's it going, guys, or whatever you asked me to call you last time? I'm pretty sure it wasn't Butlers. I don't even know. Need to think of a new name. But either way, as you just saw at the beginning of this video, Epix have released their new Pennyworth trailer, our first look at the Pennyworth trailer, and I am here to talk about it, about a whole bunch of different things in terms of it. Like, there's an update to, is it connected to Gotham, you know, or isn't it? Because I did make a video last time, I think it was my last Pennyworth video, just over a month ago or so, maybe a bit longer, about how it is. But you know what showrunners and executive producers are like, they kind of, you know, loosely give opinions on this. But I'll clarify that in a little bit. But I have to admit, this does look interesting. Now, whether you're on the side of like, nobody asked for this, or like, you know, actually this looks pretty cool. What I will say is, like, sure, like this show is a show that, you know, freaking tons of people have worked upon. It's got a half decent cast, and it's just like, it looks interesting, right? But I do understand how, you know, people are getting the opinion of like, oh, you know, it doesn't, you know, nobody really asked for this. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be its own self-contained interesting thing. Especially after this trailer, it does give you the vibes and the tones of how different this show is going to be, especially if you're a Gothamite. If you're a Gothamite, it's not going to be the same. That's why the showrunners are now calling it basically like what they've done with a few other shows, including Doom Patrol in the Titans verse. Like, think of it differently. Think of it even as its own show and its own kind of continuity, even though you could also say it's kind of connected at the same time. So if you're brand new to this channel, why not subscribe for more videos kind of like this on all kinds of comic book nerdy things, and probably one of the shows you watch. And go ahead and like this video if you do go on to enjoy it. I believe I am posting a Gotham video later today, going over that Batman kind of promo and the leaked Batsuit, so keep your ears and eyes out for that one. But you know, if you, as I said, if you're brand new to Pennyworth, essentially the synopsis of the show is the series follows Bruce Wayne's legendary butler, Alfred Pennyworth. I think we all kind of guessed that one. A former British SAS soldier in his 20s who forms a security company and goes to work with a young billionaire, Thomas Wayne, who of which we see in this trailer. Now, in this actual trailer, you do see a couple of the main characters in terms of, I believe, the main villain, as in Lord Harwood, only for a split second. The kind of background, I think, of season 1, it's going to stem from him leading the Raven Society, but we've also got, you know, very big supporting villains like Bette Sykes. She's got a sister, I believe, Peggy Sykes, and that's who you see like slicing that knife on somebody. That's Bette Sykes, by the way, played by Paloma Faith. But I have got a character breakdown casting thing from quite a while back, and I'll leave that in the cards above. Boba, remember that when you're editing this video. Of course, we see a lot of Jack Bannon playing Alfred. We do see Thomas Wayne, obviously he's the guy with the mustache, played by Ben Aldridge. We will have Mr. Pennyworth in this as well, as in like Alfred's dad. You know, it sounds like it's just going to be a kind of cool crime kind of thingy, completely separate to Gotham, in the sense of like, you shouldn't think of it as connected, even though it kind of is, but think of it in its own different world. But we've already been over that. But you know, I do get why there's a kind of split, kind of controversial opinion on this. It's like, why is this even being made? Okay, I get why is it even being made, but you know, I still think I might watch it and enjoy it week to week, but I might not read into it too much. We're gonna have to wait and see. I feel like it's gonna be, you know, one of those, I never watched it. Was it Agent Carter? Or like, you know, where, you know, they did one of those spin-off shows and it was like about the past and her, you know, doing her own thing, and exploring her history in between Captain America or whatever. It's kind of like that. So I don't know how many seasons this is going to get. It could do very well. It could get, as I said, its own audience. It could get a whole new foundation of people who joined Gotham without knowing too much about the character of Bruce Wayne and Batman, but still enjoyed the nature of the show that Danny Cannon and Bruno Heller created. Like, they do get the audiences. Like, Gotham hit 5 seasons for a reason, and that is an achievement. 100 episodes on TV, granted that they were kind of pushed those 100 episodes given those extra 2 episodes by Fox. they do understand that there is a market for this, and there is. I think it will be popular in its own kind of way. From the test screenings as well, it did amazing, and this was quite a while back, but Danny Cannon is like blown away happy by those test screenings because it was extremely positive. I think, you know, the pilot will probably be a very good episode and probably sell a lot of people, but I think a lot of people, as I said, will still come out of it being like, yeah, like that was kind of cool, but I still don't know why this show has been properly made. But I just don't know how popular it's going to be in like the grand scheme of all comic book shows. And following literally what I just said, I think the line that sums it up in terms of what Bruno Heller said earlier is that it's very much not a companion piece to Gotham. It's a different genre and a different format. So don't go into this thinking that way, because I think that is where a lot of people are getting the why is anyone asked for this kind of thing? Because I think people, if you view it as it's a comic, you know, trying to line up to be one of the comic book shows, you know, about Alfred next to the Flash, Gotham, Black Lightning, and everything like that. No, it's not trying to be that. It's really not. So stop thinking that, and then maybe you'll appreciate it for its own unique kind of thing. And in terms of what I've said before and what other people have perceived it before in terms of being like connected to Gotham, Danny Cannon has said before, it's 20 something years before Gotham. It's a very different world, and Gotham literally being the Gotham TV show. It's a different version of 1960s London, as in 13 Degrees history is different. It's not the England we know it looks and feels like, but you know, if you get a little closer, it's like, why does that look like that? Why is that building there? What war is he talking about? Just the same as Gotham, exactly the same in terms of when Jim Gordon just got out of like that war in season 1, and there's several different things going wrong that isn't traditional like real life history. So this is what I mean. I guess it is kind of connected, but like they're treating it as, you know, don't bother looking into that too much. Just if anything, you know, the continuity will probably be different in terms of like strictly Alfred on Gotham, but low key it kind of is connected to Gotham. They have outright said that in a way, but you know, they want you to treat it differently. So I just wanted to get that out the way in terms of like talking about, you know, is it actually a proper prequel? Bottom line, don't read into it too much. They have said, you know, it's 20 years before, like, you know, italics Gotham, as in the Gotham show, and from the previous comments I've read out before, it's on Epix, which means it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be doing so many more things that Gotham can't do, as in like the sexual kind of scenes, the bloody scenes, the violence. If you're like a younger person watching Gotham and your parents allow you to watch that, you probably won't be able to watch Pennyworth. And I want to go over a couple of interesting comments about this in terms of what Danny Cannon has said, you know, and Bruno Heller, literally the showrunners of Gotham, the creators of it. And that is, so much of what Gotham is what we did here. Cannon told reporters at Television Critics Association press tour on Sunday. It's so much a story about how the world was different then and how much will change in order to create what comes after. I think it's fascinating to say, why did he go to America? Why did he end up in Gotham? Why does he serve Thomas Wayne the way he does? Why is he a good mentor and the greatest hero of all time? And that's something I agree with. Like, you know, for those who are saying that, you know, there's no story to Alfred, there is quite literally a rich story that has been barely kind of you know, explained on screen before. I think quite literally they dived into it a little bit in the animated series. Apart from that, you know, they haven't really done much with him. They really haven't, but there is rich content there. But it's just, as I said, depending if you really give a crap about another Batman prequel show, despite there being, you know, a rich history there of his, you know, freaking history with Thomas Wayne, the SAS, and just his personality, his love interests, everything that was kind of teased in this trailer. Obviously, there's a history there. I think this might be a kind of niche show. This is what I mean. It's got to give its own flavor of show, completely appealing to people even outside the comic book nerd fandom who typically watch Gotham, The Flash, and all of those kind of shows. It's got to drag a lot of people in like that. Quite like Gotham did, actually. A lot of people and a lot of fans that I've spoken to, you know, didn't really know barely anything, if anything at all, about Batman before getting into Gotham. And they're just here for Gotham and don't watch any of the other CW shows. That's the thing about my channel. I had to build up quite a bit of my Arrowverse audience and other audiences because a lot of Gothamites just watch Gotham. And I think it's going to mirror that with Pennyworth. And obviously a lot of Gothamites going to probably migrate over to Pennyworth. Probably some won't. because of the who asked for this comments. I get it. Trust me, I do. But moving onwards, in the article that I'm reading from is from therap.com, and you know, it's going over similar comments that I have been over before, but it will give you, like, you know, extra details if you haven't known much about this before. So, but where Gotham is a broadcast drama and the murderous row of Batman's famous villains, Pennyworth is a much more stylized crime drama for the premium cable network Epix. Pennyworth, set in 1960s London, will instead take its cues from the period using historical figures, characters from British popular imagination, like the Queen and Jack the Ripper. As for me covering this show, I have no idea what's going to happen there. I might do a impression video for the first episode, but it is on Epix. I have no idea in terms of accessing that. I do think that was, like, Epix gives them the opportunity to make this a very mature ass show, but it does make it so that a lot of people aren't going to be able to watch this unless they stream it. And I always say stuff like that does encourage streaming and people torrenting. Not that I'm an advocate for people torrenting at all. It's just, you know, I do get, like, why when you lock these things down, it's just pretty dumb thing to do. But, you know, I guess just like Titans, how that hit Netflix like a couple of months after it finished in December. I think, no, it hit in January. It might be something similar like that, but then again, even shows like Gotham on Fox take sometimes like a year to come out in, like, Europe on Netflix and stuff. So you might have to wait a while to watch this if you're going to do it the right way. One closing thing I will say is I do love that, like, handshake moment between Alfred and Thomas Wayne at the end, where it's like, my name is Alfred Pennyworth. And I do love that. It does sound like a younger Sean Pertwee's Alfred. As I said, don't read into that too much, but, you know, they are going to probably keep low-key things like that. But, I mean, he's freaking British anyway, of course. But you get it. But anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of this trailer. As I said, they will release probably another trailer. This was a super quick one, but I wanted to do a massive mega update video in terms of this show. Are you excited for it? Especially after what I said, if you're not looking at and lining it up with other shows and it's its kind of own thing, different genre and everything like that, are you going to appreciate it for what it is, or do you still not give it F, like, bluntly? Other than that, like this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, subscribe. If you're brand new, I really do appreciate it. Check out links in the description down below. Join my Discord server to talk about Pennyworth directly. Other links in the description, like Twitter and stuff like that, are down there. Patreon is down there. I want to thank all of my patrons appearing on the screen. You guys rock. You really do help fuel the content that I create. And that is everything. Apart from, I do have a Teespring store, so check out some of my merch. Thank you to all those who have sent me pictures, who have got it. I really do think that's wicked. It is so weird to see that actually happen. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I'll see you butlers in the next video. Goodbye.